weekly freebie games for you and deals too.
Alright, you beautiful peoples off the interwebs, is me, Glyn, the CheapSkate gamer, or the Bunkerpotamus if you're watching it on the Rumbles. And of course, it's that time of week again when we do the Weekly Freebies Roundup. And let's get on with it, shall we? I'm not going to jibber jabber too much other than this is just a little weekly thing I do every week. We drop all the games and the deals and we put them into one show. And let's crack on. And we always start with the Epic Game Store. So let's pop over to the Epic Game Store. Why am I still on you? I'm not supposed to be on you. There we go. Let me get rid of me. Oh, that's why. Hold on. Silly me. I should have basically gone like that. There we go. Okay, so you have two free games on your Epic Game Store this week. A Machinarium and Make Way. So, Machinarium, the first game, it's about a little robot who's been thrown out to the scrapyard behind the city. He must return and confront the Black Cat Brotherhood and save his robot girlfriend. Now, I remember playing this. It's an old school point and click game, one of the classics really. But it's not a long game. You probably get it done in a few hours, and that's Machinarium free up until Thursday. Have a look at a couple of screenshots. There's a few screenshots of the game. Beautiful artwork, I'll give it that. And it's quite good. The puzzles are quite good. I have already played and completed this one some years ago. I think I did it. I think it was on the. I think this has been given away as a PlayStation Plus game, if I remember correctly. Anywho, let's check out the next game. And that's Make Way, a speed around loops, dart through train crossings, drift around helter-skelters and unleash wacky weaponry in this modern take-on classic of the top-down multiplayer racing game. So I'm definitely getting sort of Micro Machine vibes from this. It looks like you can customize your vehicles as well. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. This is probably the better of the games that are free this week. Not bad at all. Do enjoy a Micro Machine sort of game. Very quick trailer there. Anyway, let's come back out of Epic Games and let's have a look at what we've got for next week. So if I just come to this screen here, next week looks like a good week actually. I've played both these games and I've finished Monument Valley. That's a great puzzle game next week, Monument Valley and Battle of Polytopia. Really good little strategy game as well. So they're your next week's games, but let's go and check out Prime Gaming. So we're over here on Prime Gaming, and if a lot of people don't realise that Prime Gaming is part of your Amazon Prime subscription, and they give away free games every week. And as of this week, we've got 3 new games being added to the collection. We've got City of Legends, The Ghost of Misty Hill, Heroes of Loot 2, and Fantasy Empires. So let's have a little look. City of Legends. What's it called? City Legend, The Ghost of Misty Hill. Having published the latest books of your old friend Michael Ring, you suddenly receive a cryptic message from him. Michael has admitted himself to the Misty Hill Treatment Centre. He was going through a rough patch in his life and needed a break. Now he seeks your help. What could have possibly happened to the Great War writer at this place? These are kind of point and click object hidden games and puzzle games, and again that's a legacy games collection. I'm not a massive fan of these games. I remember I had books that were very similar to this when I was a kid. Legends of Talon or something, some book years ago. Anyway, that's one of your games for this week. We have also got Heroes of Loot 2. This is more like it. After their job of keeping the dungeons in balance was done, our heroes needed a new job. Roaming the lands, they found a call for heroes, a castle in need, and possibly even a damsel in distress. Take control of 4 heroes at once, using their special skills to navigate the dangerous castle hallways, rooms, and floors. Switch between elf, wizard, and warrior. Elf, wizard, warrior, and Valkyrie. Elf is about to die. Classic. If you know what game that's from, put it in the comments. Anyway, when needed to solve puzzles and quests, and of course destroy a lot of demons and skulls. So this is the second version. They did drop Heroes of Loot 1 earlier in the month, so go and grab this if you enjoyed that. It does actually look quite a fun game. And then we've got some more old school stuff. We got another Dungeons and Dragons game, and this is called Fantasy Empires Dungeons and Dragons. Forge your own empire in this Dungeons and Dragon game, the first to feature a computer dungeon master who mediates all elements of the gameplay. Features: begin as a leader of a kingdom, face up to 4 opponents chosen from among 20 computer-controlled adversaries. So it looks like this is a very early attempt at a bit of AI in video games. Anyway, that's not... I mean, this game goes back to 1993. I'm not sure exactly what's happening with the old Amazon Prime games, but at least Heroes of Loot 2 is worth playing. Anywho, let's go check out some Steam deals. Right, we're over here on the Steam deals, and there's an actual free game to be had. Now, you're going to have to be very quick because this one literally finishes at 6 o'clock today, so you'll only get this if you're watching this within the first couple of hours of me dropping this video, hence why you should hit the bell. And it's called Dead in Bermuda. Now, I did drop a short as well yesterday. It was only available for 24 hours. So it's called Dead in Bermuda. It's a survival management game with RPG and adventure elements. Lead a team of 8 survivors from a plane crash, assign them to tasks, gain experience, develop your survival skills. Now, normally this game goes for £10.99, absolutely free until 6 p.m. this evening. Okay, well, that's, as I'm speaking, that's Friday night, so this will be going out a little bit earlier, this video. Anywho, let's go check out some Steam deals. And what have we got here? I'm going for the under £7 games. And the ones I'd like to point out, now we still got Battlefield 2042, which I pointed out last week. I don't know why it's getting mixed reviews. It's actually quite a good game, and they've actually put even more content on there, and it's only £2.50. And if you don't like playing with other people, play against the bots. It's good fun, and it opens up all your guns. A lot of people don't realise that. If you want to open up all your guns, just play with bots. You can literally get 100 kills per game, and you'll have all your guns unlocked within the first 3 or 4 days. No problems at all. And I have a lot of fun as well playing against the bots. Anywho, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, $4.99. That's not a bad little deal going on there. Island Isolation has been free on Epic Games. Risk of Rain 2 very rarely goes cheap, that game, $6.59. Tom Clancy's Division 2, a lot of game there for a $5. This is a good deal. Control Ultimate Edition, £2.96 if you haven't played Control, and that's got the DLC as well. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 1, that holds its price, doesn't it? Very rarely see this on deal. Anyway, it's £6.29, and it's become more and more popular over the years. It's still played widely now on PC. It's actually stood the test of time. Not so good on console, but on PC, very good game. This is interesting. This is a new released game. They've knocked a bit off it. Normally £8.50, £5.61. It absolutely looks absolutely stunning for this price. Let me just show you a video. Hold on. Turn that sound off a minute. Just have a little look at this video of this game. Sorry, I've got to press this one. Here we go, wait there. This is all actually in-game as well. Apparently it's described as Tiny Tina meets Doom Eternal as far as the gameplay is considered. You got that thing where you got to do like kills to get your energy and get your sort of health back. You got to get in, do personal kills. So yeah, that's not bad at all. Just thought I'd point that game out. It literally released yesterday on August the 28th. Any other deals in here? Among Us, £2.39, that's a pretty good deal. And Alan Wake for 79 pence, that's a no-brainer. Okay, so go and check out these deals here. Again, on Steam, all links are in the description to various areas. Now, with Steam out the way, let's go and check out our PlayStation Store stuff. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing again. Right, let's go check out the PlayStation's extras plus monthly games. And we've got Liza P, DayZ, Heroes of One Justice. These will all change by Tuesday. As far as the extra games are, there's nothing of a change as was last week, but we have got Mortal Kombat 1, Spider-Man Remastered, which I said I was going to play and I didn't. Sword of the Sea, which I really want to play. Earth Defense Force 6. Unicorn Overlord, can't even, Atlia, Riser, Free, Alchemist of the End of the Secret Sky, really rolls off the tongue, Indica, Harold, Harrowet, Coral Island, and there's not much been added to the premium either. If we have a little look at the premium games, we can actually view the entire catalogue here. Let me just put it into latest releases. There we go. So we've got the Resident Evil games on there, Worms games, Twisted Metal games, Mist and Riven, the old school ones, some Alone in the Dark, and some old Armored Core. This is actually built up quite nicely now from Sony. It was only, remember when it started, only had a few games, but it's gone from strength to strength. But that's your premium games, and they've also added nothing else to PSVR. Let's go check out Xbox Game Pass. And on Xbox Game Pass, we have got just 2 added this week, but one's a goodie. Well, I've played a little bit of it just to check it out. Well, ironically, I got the game for free because I've previously owned Gears of War Ultimate Edition. If you own that on Xbox, they give you this, and it's Gears of War Reloaded, and essentially it's an Ultimate Edition being remastered again. So it's basically Gears of War being remastered twice. That's more or less what it is. And I've also chucked in Dragon Age Veilguard. Now, if you're on PC, you still get Gears of War and Dragon Age, but they've also chucked you Call of Duty World War II, so you can relive and get PTSD from playing Call of Duty. Right, we're checking out some deals from Fanatical. There's not really much been added this week. We've got 2... well, I think there's 3 actually. We've got Summer Superstars, but that's not even worth looking at. And no, I think we've looked at this before. And Titanium. This is a new one, Titanium, I think. It's 3 games for £13.50, and I couldn't even tell you what to go for in there. You've also got Build Your Own Summer Stars. I think we looked at this last week, but we have got 2 new ones, which are Monster Hunter. Basically 2 games for 16 quid. You got Monster Hunter Stories, Monster Hunter Rise Deluxe Edition, and you've got Monster Hunter World Deluxe Edition. So them 2 are the 2 games you could probably get for 16 quid. Could you pick those games up cheaper somewhere else? Possibly. And there's also a new Monster Hunter out, but it's not getting the fanfare it deserves. It's I don't know what they've done. Capcom has kind of messed up, I think, on the Monster Hunter series. Anyway, right, there we are. There's that one, and the one that they just released is Pedal to the Metal. Obviously, this is going to be a racing one, and in here we have got anything worth. It's basically 3 games for 6 quid. And I would go, I think they've added a new one in here. I would go with, if I was to choose any 3 games from there, Ballistic Racing, yeah. Road Redemption, yeah. And then I'd choose any other one that sort of takes your fancy. Maybe Crash Time, Hot Lap Racing. They're not too bad. Some of which of these games I would avoid like the plague, but yeah, there's your Fanatical deals. Don't forget there are other deals available. There's some mystery deals. I don't cover them because they're just random games that you might have already owned. There's Platinum Collections, Arcade Bundles, Killer Bundle. Some of these are about to run out. A lot of them are actually next 2 days, so hopefully they're replaced with something better. Yeah, I think, is it the Scorching Bundle, which is quite good? Yeah, Scorching Bundle. These are only £1, these games, so you can get 5 games for 3 quid. I'm not sure. Yeah, Monument Valleys are on there, Tesla Grads, but Monument Valley's going to be free next week anyway. But that's not too bad if you're looking for a bargain game. Anywho, right, let's go check out Humble Bundle Store. And don't forget the choice this week. I have covered it already, but the choice this week, there's a couple of good games in there. Persona 5, Banishers, and then you've got all these other games. And that's £11.50 as well. So the price has gone up. People are moaning, but to be fair, that's not too bad a deal. They have actually improved it this month. Last month was a bit of a Debbie Downer, but it's not too bad. Anyway, let's check out. They've only one new bundle added. Now, I will say, I thought this was going to run out last week, and the timer said it was going to run out, but they've extended the Warner Brothers Super Deal. Why is that not working? There we go. Click it. I had to click it twice then. And they've extended it, so if you still want to get these ones, Gotham Knights, Back 4 Blood, Mortal Kombat 11, Fear, Shadow War, Batman, blah 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 blah. These amazing games for under £11, 16 games. That is still available. Okay. So that's just an absolutely phenomenal deal. If you haven't got most of these games, then or you've been a console player and you've just come to PC, get this just to add it to your library to increase your PC game library. So yeah, they have extended that, but the new one they've added, not my cup of tea, and it's super expensive. Well, they want £31 for these 11 games. Okay, now I will go through all the different pricing options here. Where essentially we've got Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Volume Collection Volume 1, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection Volume 2, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Mega Man X Collection, Mega Man Legacy, Mega Man Attorney. That's more or less what it is. But for £22, you lose the first 2 games on the list here, right? Then if you want to lose those 2 games, Mega Man and Ghost Trick, you pay £13.28 for these ones. And if you want to lose those 2 games, you pay £4.42 for these 3 games. There's also a coupon off some of the other stuff. So £4.42 for those 3 isn't too bad. The other deals, not much good going on there. Right, there we go. That's me back again. As for this week, what do we think? Not too bad. Well, there's that one racing game from Epic Game Stores. Amazon, apart from Find Your Loot 2, that looked all right. Game deals, there's a couple of nice little game deals. You know, spend a tenner or something in the Steam store, you can get yourself some real good deals on there. Next week looks better from Epic Game Stores. I don't know what next week from Amazon's going to be like. Amazon Prime. I don't know if they've released what they're dropping next week or not, because it'll be a new month. Hopefully things get better on the Amazon Prime. They're kind of pushing the Luna. I just wish Luna would go and die. Amazon servers aren't very good. I've tried to play some of their games. The lag is quite there. It's not like the PlayStation servers, which are a lot better. It can also depend on the type of game you're playing as well. But yeah, I've tried them. So I have tweeted over to Amazon and asking them what the hell is going on. Why have you suddenly gone from being like one of the best freebie giveaways to back to being one, well, not really freebie, you are paying for it, to being really crap. And plus, I don't know if anyone else has suffered this, but Amazon's had this, the new British government with their superb understanding. I don't know, we normally get too political on here, but they've got this thing now where you've got age verification for everything, and it's great when it works, and unfortunately for Amazon it doesn't work. I cannot age verify myself on Amazon. So I wanted to buy a tool, I wanted to buy a Stanley knife on a deal. Oh no, you can't have that, because you might go round stabbing kids up. That's what. That's just like, no, you know, it's just like crazy. And I've had an Amazon account for like 14 years, 15 years. It's like, well, I wasn't buying stuff when I was 3 years old, was I? So I must be over 18 to have an Amazon account. My email is like 20-something years old, 24 years old. What is this world we've come to? Anywho, I've been your host, Glyn. This has been CheapSkate Gaming. Wokeapotamus and your freebie weekly games. And hopefully we'll see you next week, and hopefully we've got a bit more deals to go over next week. We've got a fresh month on PlayStation Plus, a fresh month on Amazon Prime, and we've got some 2 good games on Epic Game Stores to go through. So and hopefully we'll have some good deals as well. Hopefully we'll get to those autumn deals now. Anyhow, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye now.
CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.